The flames are still coming up high out of this building. I'm going to go ahead and step out so you can just take a look for yourself. We're here on the corner of 17th and Lewis, and this is just the back side of the building. I walked around to the front over there, and the whole front was in flames. It even got to a point where it was so smoky I could barely see in front of me while I was walking.
And that breaking news.
Yeah, we just got on the scene here about 5 minutes ago, and like John Philbeck was saying, from the looks of things here, it looks like that snowplow right up there lost its load right under the bridge here.
Now we're finding out the silver car. There was a mother and her 16-year-old son. That 16-year-old son was the passenger, and he is the fatality in this accident. We actually found out from police officers that today was his birthday.
We are following breaking news this morning.
Take a look right behind me. You can still see some of the flames coming from the top of building 46 here, but they've definitely backed off here within the last 30 minutes. It looks like they have it under control. There were hundreds and hundreds of families here standing just watching firefighters work.
You can see that ladder that's in front of those windows. Oh, there's more smoke coming out of there right now, guys. We're hearing that firefighters are going to be on that ladder using more water. Guys, look at the top of the building. More of those flames are starting to come out.
There is an overwhelming amount of debris on the ground, wood and metal, tree branches everywhere. Our team coverage continues. Fox 23's Melissa Hawks is working to find out how quickly crews can remove all this debris.
From the handprints and sketches on the walls, it looks like this is a child's room.
You go into a storm cellar, it's terrifying. So what we did was we had them all come over here, and we give them different colored paints, and what they did was they went in there and they painted different designs.
This is Doug and Jan Yodely's storm cellar. Last year, the couple had all the children in the neighborhood come over and paint the walls to make sure they'd never be scared to go inside. When Monday's E5 tornado touched down, 10 of his neighbors, including some of those kids, were sitting inside.
We texted all of our neighbors who always come over here to let them know that we're not going to be here. The gates are open, and we left the storm cellar doors open so everybody could get down in here.
The Yodelys weren't with them. They were 60 miles away watching the tornado on TV.
We watched the tornado as it actually came right over top of our house.
Homes next door blown away, roofs ripped off, cars thrown in the street. But his neighbors walked up these stairs and opened up the cellar doors untouched.
The damage to the house and all that, we're not even worried about that. It's making sure that our neighbors, our family, is safe, and that was what was important.
Reinforcing this quote written on the storm cellar's wall: "Not only are we neighbors, we're family."
In an underage drinking sting, we follow the Tulsa County Undercover Deputy Sergeant Randy Pierce and 20-year-old Travis Treadwell.
Sorry.
On the second check, you can see the woman serve the 20-year-old a can of Bud Light.
I've been IDing, making sure, but he got me this time.
The 20-year-old gave the woman an ID that had the red box clearly stating he is underage to drink beer.
We don't trick them.
Tulsa County deputies held a class teaching vendors how to check IDs.
Did you go to our class?
No, it really was. It was really totally a mistake. I did just look at it, and I was trying to look like this, so I was looking up here for real.
The vendor got a warning, but next time it will be a $500 ticket.
I'm going to make sure that I'm looking, so yeah, that was my mistake, and I accept that.
In many cases, the vendors are terminated by the expo if they're caught serving to minors.
We gave a class up here on me.
Out on the Midway, the 20-year-old was turned away.
If you are not legal, you will not get served.
A margarita at this stand, no matter how old you look.
We ID every person, 95 years old. I'm not a 95-year-old man.
6 of the firefighters who were here that day came and met me at this site. For most of them, it was their first time back here. 4 of the men were standing right where I am inside the building whenever the explosion happened. They had to crawl all the way down this hallway about 75 feet through what's now grass to get to this front door. Firefighters at Station 7 have made this drive down Lewis many times, but one trip stands out in their mind.
It's gone. It looks like, I don't know, it looks way different.
The day they rounded this corner on 17th Street. 1 year ago today, these same men pulled up to a very different scene. The old Barnard Elementary School was filled with flames.
Different to see the school that's gone and to kind of relive where you went in the fire and kind of place where the building was.
Captain P.D. Revels remembers his every move.
It vibrated the whole hallway all the way down, and 4 seconds after that is when it blew us.
The 8 men inside suffered burns to their faces, arms, and legs. Some missed weeks of work, others months. But a year later, they're all back on the job.
All the training just over the years, starting from the academy to present, help in us getting out of this building.
Call Mayday first and then try to find your way out. And that 2 guys did that.
Following this close call, the Tulsa Fire Department is placing an even greater emphasis on firefighters' Mayday training.
He took off running from the site of the crash and he ran across 244, caused some problems there, and police say that he didn't finally surrender until he made it around here in this Brahms parking lot.
Well, today we were able to tag along with these inspectors to go underneath and see the process of inspecting bridges for ourselves. Take a look at what we saw.
Yeah.
So are there actual things up here that you're looking for?
We look at everything on it. We look, make notes, take pictures, and then the paperwork starts.
These bridges were last inspected in August of 2011 and were found at that time to be in good shape. This morning, inspectors used the snooper truck to get right up close to the pillars and beams to find any signs of problems.
Maybe moving on some of the girders, but there's no moving on this bridge, not here. It's all gets the bridge in good shape.
All right, Jeff, let's ease forward.
As a driver on the bridge eased the truck forward, we were able to see the bolts inspectors say can move as many as 2 feet.
See them bolts and them bearings there, how they're twisted a little bit.
As the temperature ranges from freezing to near 112 degrees.
It's when a bridge doesn't move, that's when you get worried, because that's when things go to breaking.
Right.
We found out it's not small cracks or light rusting that are hazardous, but rather just normal wear and tear inspectors are keeping an eye on.
Bent that way and in that way, that's why we do what we do to stop that.
Bridges in critical condition can be inspected as often as every 6 months if deemed necessary. Every 2 years, the underside of these bridges are inspected. They're ranked on a scale from 1 to 5. Watkins says he ranked the 71st Street Bridge a 1.
This bridge here is the best one of the 3.
These road closed signs are the first step in stopping traffic so crews can get up here and work. For some, these signs mean an extra 20 minutes to their drive time. Fox 23 was there as crews shut down the bridge, causing one driver after another to turn around.
It's going to be a major pain. It's going to be going way out of our way to go to town and back.
Instead of taking her usual ride here to head to Highway 151 and the Keystone Dam Bridge, Billy Rostron had to take a left and go around.
So I think it's going to be an extra 20 minutes to figure in 10 going in, 10 coming out.
For Woody's Bait and Tackle 2 owner Joanne Bowman, that extra time could mean less customers.
A lot of our customers live in Manford or want to fish on the other side and they want to come here, get the bait, and then go there. And so, I don't know if they'll drive all the way around.
We got to look at the problem underneath the bridge. Pieces of concrete and metal are beyond repair.
It's definitely necessary. I'm no engineer, but when you see things falling from the bridge, you know it's time.
For at least the next year, the only vehicles you'll see up here will belong to construction crews.
I can't believe it's going to take that long, a year. No.
It has to be done. I just wish it wouldn't take so long.
The first step is turning off all the utilities to this bridge. Then in a couple weeks, you'll see big machinery out here tearing this bridge apart piece by piece. Reporting at the Keystone Dam Bridge, Melissa Hawks, Fox 23 News.